On two. Ready? Hey.
What's good?
What's good? What's good? How you like that intro?
It's nice.
I told you, man. I be playing around with stuff, man. I told you I be playing around with it, man. But welcome everybody, man. Welcome, man. Another episode of the Football Frame of Mind, man. How you doing, man?
Man, it's good, man. It's a fresh start. It's a new era. If you guys caught the intro, that is because we are no longer an affiliate of College Football Dogs, thank God. And we're doing our own thing now with some other really great content creators. We've created the Villain Sports Media Network, and we hope you guys really enjoy our show as well as everybody else who's joined. But as well as today, got a lot of college football, NFL, reactions, projections, all that good stuff, man. It's going to be a fun time.
Hey, man. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's glad we are happy to be a part of something that we are creating, man. Definitely very interesting times, man. Happy to start something new, that's for sure. And very happy to just like breath of fresh air, like you said, man. Finally feels like, we'll have our ideas taken serious. To say the least, man. But yeah, man, like I said, no hard feelings for real, at least for me. For college football dogs, man, definitely helped blossom this relationship that we have now. But other than that, man, new dawn, a new era, man. So definitely subscribe to our media channel. That's the first thing, right? We're gonna work on our banner a little bit, get it back to normal. But y'all know the drill. We go live every Sunday at 8:15ish, man. Give you a grace period. You feel me? Get you there, get you happy. Come on in this thing, man. But without further ado, man, let's get into this, man. We got a lot of action. A lot of action, man. A lot of action. All right, so the first things first, man. I think we had a comment in here. Hold up. What up, man?
How's it going?
What up? What up? All right, so got the AP poll, man. Who's number one, baby?
I mean, you can't see a situation where you beat another top 5 team and not jump up like that. Texas was playing good ball, but you knocked off a top 5 team in Georgia, you're gonna jump up to number one. Good way to close it out. Got a little scary there towards the end, but great win nonetheless. Good motivation builder.
Not scary for you. One. Not scary for you.
No,
you were probably excited about that shit. You were probably excited about that shit, man.
No, I picked y'all to win. I didn't want Georgia to win that game. Nor did I think they were going to win.
Shoot, man. I didn't either, but I didn't think it would be up that much. You feel
no,
me?
But I didn't see. I seen y'all up by that much. I thought y'all were just going to seal the deal. I knew Georgia would score points. But when me and you were going back and forth, and I look, I'm like, what in the world happened? I'm like, man, the second half, like the light switch went off. I'm like, bro, that was like a 30-point comeback. I'm like, what is going on?
Man, it's just Georgia, bro. That's all it is. It was literally just Georgia, man. Like Georgia's Georgia, man. Okay, like, and Nick Saban and Kirby Smart really built this whole thing, right? If you give credit to Nick Saban, you gotta give credit to Kirby Smart, especially at the beginning, right? So, but he got Georgia running the same way. I think Georgia's in one of them spots where they what's the word, man? They ain't got no explosive players. But we'll get into that game in a little bit, man. But as far as the AP poll, man, any surprises there? Any surprises?
Oh, Texas is still in a relatively. Yeah, I'd probably say Tennessee jumping up to number 4. I think that's one that definitely stands out to me. Honestly, Tennessee looked good. Don't get me wrong; like they did what they needed to do, but I was surprised that they put them up at number 4, at least right now.
That's my mama. But what you say? I
Huh?
appreciate the love, mom. But you gotta write something in your comment. You gotta write something in there. But thank you, mom. I appreciate it. But yeah, Tennessee is really good, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good, man. I can't wait for that game. That's gonna be fun. If they don't score a lot, they don't score a lot in that game, man. Like I'll be surprised. But we'll see. We'll see, man. But let's move on to the next thing, man. AP poll looks good. Bama number 1. We'll get into who they playing next in our college football segment, which starts right now. All right, so everybody's been talking about it, man. We touched on it a little bit, but Alabama defeats number 1 Alabama now defeats number 5 Georgia in a really thrilling game of the year so far. Back and forth. Georgia showed their mental. Um, they showed
Mental
a
fortitude.
lot. Mental fortitude, attitude, concentration. Showed that they were coached well, honestly. And it was a good game, man. Good game, man. I was surprised by the start. I think everybody was. And I think everybody was surprised by the comeback, man. But I seen, if we're talking about the NFL prospects of the game, man, Carson Beck showed that he's a baller. He made a couple throws that were NFL esque, should I say? Then Jalen Miro, man, he showed that, man, he might be a little bit better than a project, man. He made some good throws, man. Obviously, he's got the wheels to make it happen, man. But it feel like both teams were trying to make each other pass to win because
Mm-hmm.
the running game wasn't there at all for either team. So both teams seem to take that away, with ETN being the leading rusher for Georgia, and of course Milroe being the leading rusher for my Tide, man. But overall, thoughts on the game, man. You think two teams gonna play each other again, or
I
where we
don't
going?
know, man. I mean, Georgia's a brand. They can throw their weight around to possibly find themselves still in the playoff. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like the Kentucky win was very concerning, and they weren't able to close this one out. Now, I mean, I need to go back and look at their schedule. But I don't know, man. They're a really good team, but I think we go back to the conversation we had yesterday in regards to them just not having the weapons and like the depth at those positions like they normally would have. They don't have a lot of difference makers at like the receiver position. Those positions that really help get you out of bonds like this and be able to put up points better. I think they're struggling there. I think they're still really good athletes nonetheless, but I want to see how they are going down the stretch because I'm pretty sure we're getting into SEC play. They're going to have some other good teams play them. And if Kentucky played them that well, Vanderbilt's not playing bad ball. I'm pretty sure Georgia's got Tennessee on the schedule. Like, they're going to
They
have
do.
some really tough games down the stretch. I'll be honest with you. I have confidence that Georgia can make the playoff, but, man, I just don't know what games they're going to be able to pull out here down the home stretch, man. Like, the SEC's tough this year. And a lot of teams that are usually underperforming are really playing well and playing scrappy and feisty. So, I don't know if they play each other again, to be honest. It's a possibility, obviously, just because of talent level and caliber of the program. But I don't know, man. I might have Georgia slipping out of the playoff.
I ain't gonna go that far, man. I just think Carson Beck's pretty good, man.
He is.
I think he can get them. And their defense isn't bad, man. I think they're
Mm-mm.
starting a couple of young corners too. So I mean, they're just gonna get better with time. So I think they could be in there. I do think that Tennessee might feel like, well, man, Alabama got them, so we can too. So it
Mm-hmm.
should be interesting, man. And they got a really interesting game, that people aren't necessarily talking about, but we'll get into that a little bit. Let's see this next game, man. All right, so we got the game before the game, right? This was exciting, man. This was an exciting game, man. It seemed like the Virginia Tech Hokies were going to win this game flat out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Controversial ending, but Miami gets the win. Are they back? Not gonna say all that yet. But what you think about this game, man?
Man, I've been a supporter of Cam Ward before the season, but he just keeps just building that tower higher and higher for me. I really like what he's doing. Like, I feel like he couldn't showcase that at Washington State because he was too busy having to play hero ball because of obviously lack of talent. And you're going against some of these bigger juggernaut teams. Miami's got talent, and he can tell he put in the work in the offseason, man. His throwing, like, he's definitely gotten even better as a passer. Not even just the fact that he can improvise, get out of the pocket, and make plays with his legs, but man, he is killing it throwing the ball through the air, and he's really putting his teams in positions to win. Like, this game definitely could have went the other way, but one of the main reasons they won, I mean, look at his statistics. Yeah, you have a couple of turnovers in there, but 4 touchdown passes, over 300 yards through the air. He's
Yeah,
definitely one of my Heisman front runners.
when you man, when you're trying to come back in the game, man, you're gonna have turnovers because you're
Yeah,
trying to
you
win.
have. You're trying to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, so when people be like, "Oh man, he had these turnovers," I'm like, "Well, yeah, of course he did, man, because he's trying to win."
You're trying
You
to make
know?
things happen when things aren't there. Sometimes you're trying to force balls in the windows that ain't there. You're trying to maybe make a throw the guy's not perfectly open. He's in double coverage, situations like that. You're gonna turn the ball over. But the fact that he's at least trying, he's putting his team in the position to win, like they did here tonight, like in this game. I'm still impressed. The interceptions don't turn me off at all.
No, man, no. Like if there were you know, that's why I really didn't get upset at like Caleb Williams when he was throwing interceptions because he always had to score a lot of points,
Yeah, because they had no
defense.
defense. He had to compensate for.
Yeah, and it's like when you're trying to win, man, the defense is making plays too out there. You ain't playing
Mhm.
skeleton, you know what I'm saying? So but shout out to Cam Ward, man. He's definitely in the
He is
Heisman race.
really showing. I'm not seeing the same thing, but I'm seeing like a similar upbringing like Penix. Like his development over the last 2 years or so, it's crazy. It's like
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna say it's night and day the exact same, but it's pretty damn similar. Because Cam Ward wasn't even a huge passer in Incarnate Word. He was just a playmaker. He can make plays. Last year, you seen him slinging the ball everywhere Washington State, but he was turning the ball over, slinging it everywhere because they just didn't have the talent. Now he's in a place where I got the talent around me. I've developed even more as a passer, and I'm still lethal with my legs. Man, I can do whatever the heck I want. I can throw it whatever the heck I want. I got talent. Let's go out and ball. And he's making. They could have let this game slip away, but they won, man. Yeah, I'm really impressed with him and his development and where he's got this team right now. They're undefeated, so.
I'm really impressed with Virginia Tech though, man. I mean,
Yeah,
they've
I
had some
agree.
losses here and there, but I mean, like I said, we knew that Vandy was a okay team. They're better than what we've seen Vandy over the past 15 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So Neil Vandy was a tough game, man. But everything else, they've been playing tough games, man. Like I don't call them like bad or anything. They're just a really good team, man, and they're gonna beat somebody. Somebody big this season. When we least expect it. So, good game by the Hurricanes, man. But they continue to win, man. and that's all you got to do.
There you go.
Let's see. All right, your team, man. Let's talk about your LSU Tigers, man. Obviously, last week got some serious bad news with Harold Perkins not playing. God damn it.
When you were saying they were a good team, I thought of when he's like, they're frauds. And now, obviously, here he goes. They're saying
they're not that bad, Andrew. They got some wins. They got some wins. Yeah, they lost to Vandy, but they're not that bad, man. Like, they're not as bad as Florida State is right now. Oh, Jesus. But
bring him
I
into
digress
it.
there. What is your thoughts on your Tigers victory, man?
So I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. Obviously, you played a Sun Belt team. South Alabama's not a great team, but I will give credit where it's due. The fact that you lose your juggernaut captain on defense in Perkins is a big deal, even if it may not seem like he was making the biggest impact. That defense played with a lot more intensity and played a lot better tackling football. Like, they were very disciplined, had to play with a lot of fire, great at getting in between the tackles and stuff like that, man. They looked good on defense, but this offense was just scoring at will. But I think I'm most impressed with not even the offense dropping 42. South Alabama's got a really good quarterback, and they can score points. You've seen what they did the previous two games. They were averaging like 60 points a game. Now, obviously not playing to the same level of talent as LSU. They got pressure from the line of scrimmage. The secondary did really good in coverage, man, and the linebackers were all over the place. I was really impressed defensively. I think you can take a lot of good things away from this game. I think you probably could have done a bit better, even scoring-wise, but I think this is the direction you need to be going into. You're going into a bye week this week, and then obviously you have a big-time SEC matchup against Ole Miss in Baton Rouge. I think this is the game you needed. You needed a good confidence builder. Your defense was able to contain a pretty decent offense, only 10 points, and your offense dropped over 40. And finally, LSU could really get the run game going with true freshman Caden Durham, man. He just could not be stopped. First play of the game, and he took it, 70, 80 yards, and then come back second drive, throws a screen, he runs for another 60, 70 yards. They have definitely got lightning in a bottle with him, and I think you just need to keep feeding the hot hand. Like, he just knows how to keep pumping his legs and keep going. He's elusive. He's strong, especially his legs, man. But if I take anything away, man, I'm impressed. The defense seems like they're finally starting to click a little bit. Ole Miss is going to be playing South Carolina this week. And they better hope they get a win, because if Ole Miss finds a way to lose 2 in a row, man, that's not a great pace for LSU to be in. Even if it's a home game, you'll be playing against a pissed-off Lane Kiffin team, and I don't think you want that.
Nope, don't want that. Nah, man. I was looking at it, I was like, well, I've been a troll on Andrew's show. So I picked South Alabama because I was just being a troll. I figured y'all would win this game though. If y'all struggle in this one, I'll be like, yo, really? That's what's going on? That's what's going on, right? But nah, it was a good win, man. Like I said, I've been on the Durham train. You gotta feed the hot hand, man. And he's hot right now, and you gotta do that, man. So one of your corners I've seen is like really good though. Like, he be like locking stuff down, so he might be the next one. But as far as I know, y'all gotta just keep stacking them wins, man. Stacking that confidence, man. That's for real. So I like seeing South Alabama still like dangerous within their conference, man. But we gotta go to the Horn, man. We gotta go.
All I'm gonna say is Oklahoma is lucky it was Auburn, bro. Auburn had this game in the back pocket, bro, and they just let it go. They literally had it.
They did. I ain't mad at that one bit. Like, when you look at the game, right, you can see, obviously Auburn didn't play very bad. Like, they played pretty good. Like, Peyton Thorne really, really balled out, man. Like, something clicked, but just some decision making at the end, man. It seemed like they wanted to pass the ball some more. Well, they probably should have just ran, you know.
Exactly.
But but Venables, man, has been stacking up some SEC wins lately. You know, like he looked good. Like his defense looks good. Like he seemed like he got what he wants on defense. And he
Mm-hmm.
rolling with that
Question
because
marks on offense.
yeah, because when you think about OU, man, like they didn't really get stumped by Tennessee like you would think. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like, cause a lot of people that we were talking to, you know, a lot of people in the sports media world was like, "Oh man, Oklahoma's gonna get boat race," but they only gave up 25 points in that game. You know, so something's really clicking with this defense, man. And no surprising because Venables is defensive guy, right? Offensively, I mean, you obviously have some question marks because Arnold's probably gonna transfer because ain't no way you gonna sit on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Being as highly touted as he was coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
But they seem to have an answer with this guy now. I think his name is Haskins,
Mm-hmm.
something.
Hawkins, I think it's Hawkins Jr. or something like that.
Yeah. So they found an answer in him, man. He's not a thrower yet, but he passes well enough to make
Get the
it happen.
job done.
Yeah, and he'll open up your running game too, you know. So he's got some wheels on him. So but it's a good win, man. Sucks for Auburn, but I don't care.
I really want to see them get this win though. Like I'm a supporter of trying to see Oklahoma struggle, and Auburn played damn near almost a perfect game, man. Just some mistakes down the stretch and just couldn't put the nails in the coffin, man. I really thought they were going to win this one, but they just didn't get it done.
Nah, bro, they did not get it done, man. Tough loss, man. But you know I don't care for real. I'm laughing at them. All right, so let's get into some next week's action, man. Well, I guess, well, yeah, next week
Yeah.
because they still have a college game today. So, as we speak, NFL, let's just check the score, man, of the Sunday night game. God damn. Oh, it's 14-3 Ravens. But the game's delayed.
I wonder
So
why.
I don't know what happened, but it's delayed though. Oh, Derrick Henry got an 87-yard touchdown run on the first play.
That works.
I can love Derrick Henry, man. I'm so glad he's on my team. Oh my god, like that's so cool, man. But nonetheless, man, let's get into this next week's action. So Mizzou seems to like this 11 a.m. time slot, man. Like it seems like all their games all
No
year.
prime time. They're all early day games.
Oh, that's like let's get Mizzou out of the way. But somehow Mizzou is undefeated at this point, man.
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M coming off of a pretty interesting victory, man, over Arkansas, man. Their quarterback's pretty good. It's up and down game. Both quarterbacks seem to struggle in this game for real. But their quarterback seems to be good. It seems like they rolling with I want to say Marcel. I don't know if it's Reese or not, but he's definitely really good, man. And Mizzou's been steady, man. They just stacking up them wins, man, and feeding Luther Burden the ball, man. And the run game looks pretty good. They got a two-headed monster. Obviously, you don't have Cody Schrader from last year, the bell cow. But you do have some defensive guys making some plays, man. So it seems like they're doing some good, man. Who you got in this matchup and how you feel about it?
Man, give me my Bolitnikov winner and his team to get this win. I got Missouri, man. I just think Missouri. I like Missouri. They have had a couple of close ones. that I really like their camaraderie. I really like the team they have. And I mean, Eli Drinkwitz is doing a really good job at getting those guys some wins and just building momentum, man. Like I know, like I said before, they've had some close wins, but they've been able to pull them out, man. And you have an experienced quarterback at Brady Cook who's not playing bad. You have one of the best receivers in the nation in Burden. Like you said, they have a pretty good run game as well. And they still have a lot of good players on defense from last year as well. So, I mean, A&M is one of those teams that can really creep up on anybody. And I like you were talking about the quarterback. I do like their quarterback. But I just think Missouri has just got that experience, that winning experience. I think they're just a little bit more talented. And I like what Missouri's doing, man. I got the Tigers, man.
All right, nah, man, I do too. I have the Tigers winning this one, man. I think they continue their momentum, man. They look good, man. Texas A&M looks good too, by the way. You
Yeah,
know,
they have looked a lot better,
yeah, they look way better than I thought they would look at this
especially
point in the
since week
season.
one. They definitely look better from week one.
Yeah, and even in week one, they weren't like terrible. One of them
But
early games.
you've seen them improve in those areas they were struggling in, though.
Yeah, and it seems like they're changing quarterbacks the reason why they're doing so good.
Well,
It
that's where it
just seems like
starts.
well, I mean, it does, it does, man. But it seems like there have been like a lot of good though, like a lot of good offensive flow. If that makes sense, like it has a lot of offensive flow with their team, man. Not like giving me Johnny Manziel vibes, but it does give me confidence in the Aggies that when they play, I think they play Texas this year. When they
Yeah.
play that game, it's gonna be pretty cool. They're gonna be able to score some points. It ain't gonna be a boat race. Uh, but let's get into some more action, man. All right, so we got Andrew's team, man, the South Carolina Gamecocks, man, welcoming Ole Miss into their. So
Ooh.
I think that Ole Miss offense might have just benefited from playing some really bad competition. I don't really think they're that good, bro. Like, I don't think
Ooh.
so. I don't think so, man. And maybe this is me being a hater, and it probably is. But I can't get over the fact that Georgia struggled with Kentucky, and then y'all have a better offense than Ole Miss has a better offense than Georgia does, and they struggle with them. I mean, yeah, struggle with Kentucky. So maybe Kentucky's really good on defense this year, man. Maybe we should start paying attention to how good they are on defense, man.
Yeah.
But I just don't see the drop off offensively as just something that, oh man, well, yeah, this is one game. Nah, man, that ain't not like a significant drop off. We're talking half of the yardage that they've averaged throughout the season. So we're talking 600 yards a game, and they had like 300 plus against Kentucky. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
serious drop off, man. So I didn't even pick the other game. I got Mizzou. I did say that, didn't
Yeah, you said that. You're good.
I? Oh, okay, all right, cool. All right, but I got South Carolina this one. I think they pull the upset again, have another upset, and we start to see what Ole Miss is exposed, man.
So,
I got them, man. I think I like that quarterback running back combo, man. Norris and Rocket Sanders. I like it. And I think they're gonna tear them up, man. Bro, that connection right there gives me Steve Slayton and Pat White vibes from West Virginia. Remember that?
yep.
Crazy they were together in the backfield, bro. Running that read option, man. That's like not fair, bro. Pat White was like crazy fast. And then you got Steve Slayton like slashing through the whole line and everything. So it's giving me that kind of vibes, man. And hell, man, it's giving me Arkansas vibes too. When they had Darren McFadden back there too, and Felix Jones. Like that's South Carolina got a good team, man.
Yeah.
They just put it all together, man. But what you got on this one?
So let's give credit where it's due. I do like the fact that they have a healthy Sellers back at quarterback. I think that is a big deal. We got to see a good bit of that against the LSU Tigers, obviously, a few weeks ago. That offense is really potent, man. You have Rocket Sanders, who's got a really great skill set. He's very fast, strong. They have decent weapons on offense. Obviously, their defense can wreak havoc, especially on the defensive line. It is a bit concerning to see Ole Miss lose that game for sure. I will say I think Kentucky's actually pretty good on defense this year. They just don't have it on offense. Where do I go with this, man? I think South Carolina is a very complete team. I still am a believer in Ole Miss. I think that is a bad loss. But like we said earlier, there's no team like a pissed off Lane Kiffin team who is talented on offense, and they are still really talented on defense. I think this is going to be in the trenches, hard-fought game. It is not going to be a blowout. I see this being a one-possession game. But I think the experience of a Jackson Dart compared to Sellers will make the difference. I think Jackson Dart has to make a big point in this game. He needs to prove the point that, yeah, we lost last week, but I'm still a Heisman frontrunner. I can still get the job done. I think this will probably be the game of the week, in my opinion, just from star power. I think South Carolina's got a really good team. I've got Ole Miss pulling it out, man. I think they have to shake back after losing that close one to Kentucky. They held Kentucky to little to no points. I think that they're going to have to make some adjustments on offense because South Carolina's going to have a better defense than them. So they're going to have to implement packages and things that they know they can take advantage. Like I said, I don't see it being a big point differential. I think it's at least 7 or less. I've got Ole Miss, but could go either way. It's going to be a really good game.
Okay, no, I like that. I like that, man. I like it. It's gonna be all right, man. Ole Miss should come out pretty pissed off, man. But I just
they're
think
not gonna come out flat. They need to make a statement.
yeah. But I don't think it's gonna be enough, man, because their issues were like eye opening, bro. Like it was like, yo, what are y'all doing? Although they do have a nice receiver though, like he was clowning in that game.
It didn't help them taking the goal out and dunking on a Kentucky basketball goal. That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
That was bad. That was a bad look.
But it was funny though.
It was but now you look like a dummy because y'all freaking lost.
Yeah, but you gotta take your shot when you got it, and that was kind of funny, man.
It was.
That was a good troll, man. Let's talk about this matchup, man. Matchup we don't see very often, if at all, maybe like bowl season. But we getting it in this transfer portal conference realignment type deal, bro. We getting these matchups that we never get.
West Coast.
Yeah, bro. We had what was the game we had like a couple of weeks ago? We had USC in Michigan.
Yeah.
In like September. Like that's a Rose Bowl game, bro. Like what, you know, like that's crazy, man. But we got number 7 or number I think 10 now. Miami going against University of Cal, man. We got Marshawn Lynch School, Aaron Rodgers School, Deshaun Jackson School.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. I forgot he went there. Yeah, Jared Goff School too, man. So going against the U, man, and they got a bunch of players that went there. You can got a Bible. As many players went there. But what you think about this matchup, man? Pretty interesting.
I think Cal is a feisty team. Like they have given some team fits. And this could be a trap game for Miami. Like they got out by the skin of their teeth against Virginia Tech. This is a team you need to put down early because I feel like if they let Cal hang with them, Cal could find a way to squeak this one out. I think if you're Miami, you need to get your offense clicking early and you need to start putting points on the board immediately. Because if you don't have these guys down by 3 possessions early, this could be a game that goes into the fourth quarter and they hang in there and you make a mistake and they find a way to squeak one out. I think Miami's really talented. and I think Cam Ward's playing on another level. But from an offensive standpoint, I think you need to put the hammer down this week. You need to score points every opportunity and play mistake-free football. Because I think if you don't, this could be one of those games that it could sneak up on you, and you can't afford to lose this game now. If you lose this game to Cal now, you might see yourself out of the playoff if you lose this game.
Yeah, man, because like in this particular era, man, it's not like who you lose to, it's like how you lose too, man. Like back in the day, it didn't matter like how you lost, it just mattered if you lost, right? Now it's like it matters who you lose to, when you lose, and how you lose.
And like, what part of the year you lose.
Yeah, like you can't be taking no losses. Like, all right, so in this era, you can take a loss late, right? Because you got like 12 teams, right? And you know, they quote unquote through the playoff committee, you know, look at your whole body of work, right? And they do. I gotta give them credit that usually they look at the whole thing, right? And the decision might not be the most popular one, but it makes sense though, right? You know, so I do like that sometimes, man. At least when it's in my favor. But nah, like seriously though, but now it's like a whole lot, man. But in this particular game, man, I got the Hurricanes winning. But I do like this matchup, and I'll probably watch it next week because, like I said, you don't get matchups like this, like unless it's bowl season. So I might actually watch it, man. And I ain't really watched the West Coast game in a long time because I be sleep. but I kind of want to get back to that, man. Give Boise States, the Hawaii's, teams like that some love, man. Even BYU too, because they be playing late. So kind of want to watch some of these games, man, like I used to, man. Rest in peace to Colt Brennan, man. Definitely made my childhood fun watching them Hawaii games at 1 a.m.
Dude was the GOAT, bro. Too bad.
Dude was nice,
but he lit it up in the WAC.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, all right. So when he got drafted, bro, to Washington, I was like, bro, I don't care who y'all got at quarterback, just stick him in there. Like,
just let him swing it.
Man, did you not see what he did all season, bro? Now, don't get me wrong. The Georgia game when they played Georgia, they didn't go very well,
but because they never played anybody like that.
No, they did not. They did not play anybody like that. Georgia could have let him get
Mark Richt.
Georgia could have let him get they could have let him get a touchdown.
Mark Richt put the hammer down, bro.
He's like, yo, we ain't finna play. We ain't finna play with these dudes, man. We gonna beat them. But like I said, shout out to Coach Brennan, man, his family and everything, man. I hope they still doing good, man. But he was definitely a great player, man. And he got to go to New York for the Heisman too, I think.
Yeah,
like, and that was pretty. So that was pretty cool, man. So, let's see. All right, let's talk about this one, man. All right, let's talk about this one. It's not really much to talk about, man, in terms of the matchup, man. But the insides of the matchup is what I really want to talk about, man. All right, so you got Bama going against Vandy, man, coming off a very emotional victory. Vanderbilt, I forgot. Did Vanderbilt play? Did they play this week?
They did.
Okay, I don't remember who they played.
Let's see. They didn't play this. This was their bye week. Their last game, they lost that 3-point loss to Missouri. So they had a bye week. They're coming into a home game against Alabama.
Okay, so I mean, look, it's like when you look at the game, it's like, all right, man, you got Alabama, right? Cool, whatever. And then you got the Commodores, right? You know that, whatever, right? But this would be a good game for us in a sense that we need to learn to play the mobile quarterback a little better, right? We struggled with South Florida and their quarterback. He ran for almost 100 yards on us. Didn't pass very well, but nonetheless, he still rushed on us, right? So I don't expect this game to be close, but I want to see how we play the mobile quarterback dual threat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see because Diego Pavia is really good, man, especially with running the ball. He's really got a sleight of hand in that RPO game. So I really want to see how he plays, how we play him, right? And Vanderbilt, man, I just want to see some fight, man. You know, obviously, might not be able to sneak up on this Bama team because I think they're focused on a mission. Um, but I do think that they offer some challenges, man. Like I said, Poppy is a very good quarterback. He's taking strides passing, man, but his running ability is going to help us in our other matchups this year. You know, because everybody seems to have a running quarterback, and no statues back there no more. So you got to be able to get it, man. So, but offensively, I just kind of want to see more running the ball. I don't want to really be passing too much in this game, man. I really just want to like pound them, like ground and pound. Like just make them quit, and then we can probably get the South Alabama treatment. Do the mercy rule, man. 6-minute quarters. But I got Bama in this one. Man. What you thinking?
So I actually really like this matchup. Surprisingly, I think Vanderbilt matches up decently against you guys. Obviously, Alabama's got more athletes, more 4-star, 5 stars, higher caliber players. But Vanderbilt's playing, I've been saying this a lot, but they've been playing really like tough, just like really hard and just like playing really feisty, bro. Like they want to win. And man, I think they could give Alabama some fits. I'm not saying they can beat them, but I think these first 2-3 quarters, I think Vanderbilt can hang with you guys. I think they just won't be able to handle Milroe's ability to be able to get out the pocket. I just don't think they're gonna have trouble trying to contain him. And even if they do tend to contain him, I don't know if they can contain his arm strength because he can just all you need to do is send your backside receiver on a fly, and he's just gonna drop it in a bucket to him. So I think I do like Vanderbilt's offense, and defensively they're not playing terrible either. I think they'll hang with you guys for a few quarters. I think they'll help you guys, and I think they'll show up really well. But I've got Alabama as well. They just have too much.
Yeah, way too much, man. But like I said, I like the matchup, man. Like I said, Vanderbilt's like kind of like they don't win in football like that, right? They win in other sports, you know, and like, but they still SEC royalty, man, because they've been in SEC for a long time, bro. And they used to be really good in the SEC like a long time ago. Like Vandy was that deal. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's neither here or there, man.
I think that program's on the up and up, though, man. I think that going forward, like you're gonna see them make strides in recruiting and transfer portal and all that. I think it's a new era for them.
Yeah, like Vanderbilt's the trial by fire like program that you go to as a coach, right? You know, it's not the biggest program, but it's in the biggest conference, right? So if you can show your bones there, you can win anywhere. You feel me? Like if you do your job at Vanderbilt, you can win anywhere. Yeah. And it propels a lot of coaches to big jobs. You know what I'm saying? Derek Mason, right? Even though he was a coach there, you know, he got the DC job at Auburn, you know, because he won some games at Vanderbilt. James Franklin, you know, goes from there to Penn State and been there 10 years. So it's a job that propels you to somewhere else, man. So I'm excited. Obviously after beating Georgia, but I'm excited to see what we can do next, man. So this would be a good game to watch. Let's get into this next one, man. All right, over the hedges, man. Rivalry game, SEC. People know this one very well. I want to get your thoughts on this one, man, because I'm not saying that Georgia is going to lose. I'm not saying it. But this is a rivalry game, man. And rivalry games, you throw the you throw the old record out most times, man. And Auburn didn't didn't look too bad in that game, man, especially offensively, you know. So I don't know. What you think?
I think both of these teams have a reason to really come to play. Not for the same reason as just a rivalry game. Auburn's coming off a game that they should have won, and they've been playing better football as of late. They just need to figure out how to finish strong. Georgia, on the other hand, perennial juggernaut, talented from top to bottom, lost the game that they felt like they could have won. They both have really strong motivations to win this game. This is going to be a dogfight. I think the difference maker is the experience of the quarterback position. Carson Beck, like you said, made some really good throws, and I've seen him progress a lot better from last year to this year. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in Auburn's quarterback room, especially with Peyton Thorne. I didn't really think that was a really good move for them in the quarterback position to take a guy from Michigan State who was already struggling. But Auburn's got a good team as well, man. I think they could really give Georgia some fits. Georgia's got too much. I think this is going to be a really hard-fought game, but I can see Georgia winning by at least 2 touchdowns. I think it'll be good first half, but I think Georgia's just going to pull away at the end. I just think they're going to want it more, but Auburn's not going to make it easy for them, if that makes sense.
No, man, it makes perfect sense, man. Like I said, I expect it to be a really good game, man. But Georgia definitely wins. But I like rivalry games. I like when they do it because I think they call this game the South's oldest rivalry. I think they've been playing longer than any team in the SEC. So I like it. I'm excited, man. But I believe that's the last one until we get in the NFL. All right, no, it's not, man. All right, new segment, man. Let me go full screen on this because I gotta see. I got it kind of tiny. All right, so let's talk about the stat leaders, man. I wanted to really kind of put this on here. New segment, man. Just trying to get your thoughts, man, on surprising people, man. Weekly stat leaders. So top performances of the of the week, man. What surprised you this week, man? If you can see it, probably kind of all blurry and everything.
It's okay. Let's see. I mean, a lot of these guys had a lot of similar performances. I mean, you look at Beck, threw for 400 yards, threw 3 touchdowns, turned the ball over a couple times. You look at Garrett Nussmeier with 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Milroe didn't have a bad game, man. 1 interception, but he was able to finish strong. I don't know if I see one that really stands out crazy to me. I feel like a lot of these guys threw for a lot of yards, but turned the ball over in one way or not.
I see a performance, man. I see a performance, man. I do.
What you got?
I see Kyle McCord from Syracuse, bro. Dude been balling every game. Like
Yeah.
I think they got a loss or two, but it ain't his fault. Now they can't blame him this time. You know, he has been good this season, man. I've been really excited to see him just kind of take it like whatever, bro. Whatever. Now you see the result of the game is not on Genty from Boise State because he was playing when I made this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the time he had like 250.
Oh, he's been eating. I thought we were just talking about the quarterbacks, but him as a whole, his stat lines have been nuts. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just a little bit mouse vision, but him, man, he has been. We were having this discussion as well. If he continues this, we might see the Marshall Faulk situation come up again in the sense that the guy is lighting it up. The guy is running all over everybody, and he might get snubbed. I mean, you don't really even get. It's been a little while since we've seen a running back win the Heisman anyway. But man, the way he's just been lighting everybody up. I understand you're playing against G5 teams, but man, that's still like you're playing to the competition you have. And he's still running all over everybody. If he holds this pace the entire season, I don't know if you can have a strong enough case against him, regardless of what some of these quarterbacks look like. He's definitely in the conversation, and he's been really impressive. His stock is to the roof right now.
Man, look, I'm telling you, like, nah, Genty is like really cool, man. I like what he's doing. But it's interesting you bring up Marshall Falk because I said that in the chat, man, in our
Mhm.
group chat. I was like, man, he gonna get that treatment, man, because ain't nobody stand up to watch Boise State. And if they do, they gonna be like, oh man, he ain't playing nobody. He playing such and such you that don't nobody watch. Like, nah, bro. Ball is ball. Come on, man. Stop it. If AJ Ajay can get drafted out of Boise State doing the same type of thing,
And this guy's doing. Oh my gosh, he's
yeah.
looking better than what he was.
Exactly.
By far.
Exactly. Exactly, man. I can go way back. Remember Ian Johnson, man, the dude from the Statue of Liberty play? Even he
Sure.
got drafted. And he was really
That's
good.
yeah,
That's old school.
that
So yeah.
is.
So yeah, man. But yeah, man, we've been going for like an hour, man. So we appreciate everybody. We're gonna take a quick commercial break because we my bad. I gotta go back. Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties, man. But we do have some NFL stuff to talk about today. We'll be right back on the Football Frame of Mind podcast, show, everything
All that good stuff.
on Billings Sports Media Network. Check it out. Yeah, as soon as I find a commercial. Hey man, I don't care. I'm on this Darnold train. I'm riding with Darnold.
You ride with the Vikings?
I'm riding with the Vikings, man.
Oh man.
I'm riding with the Vikings,
Man,
man.
you was talking about taking a bath in the Kool-Aid earlier with the Falcons. Nah, you done definitely got submerged in this Darnold train.
No. Welcome back to the Football Frame of Mind podcast show, weekly show, man. You know, I had to drop the Darnold train commercial because Aaron Darnold or Sam Darnold. No, I'm sorry, Aaron Donald. I was thinking Aaron Donald.
Take two.
Take two. I was thinking about Aaron Donald, man. I miss dude, man. He's
Aaron
so good,
Darnold.
man. Aaron Darnold. But you know what? I don't take it back because he's playing like Aaron Donald right now. He's dominant. Vikings are 4-0, man. Sam Donald. Sam Donald. Arnold Darnold. Sam Darnold, man, is playing his tail off, man, for the Vikings. They are 4-0, man, taking a victory against the Green Bay Packers, man. And the game was actually out of hand early, if you're looking at the box score right now. Mm-hmm. The Packers made a valiant comeback effort, man. Jordan Love returning from injury, threw the ball 50 plus times. And they made this a game, man. They said, all right, we can't run, so we're gonna just pass the ball for a lot of yards and a lot of time. And they almost made this comeback, man. But Sam Darnold is playing his tail off, man. And Justin Jefferson is doing his thing, man. Just, cold, I think 80 yards, something like that. But he been making plays. But I think the person that was turned up in this game, man, was probably Aaron Jones, man. Aaron Jones he's probably turned up in this game, bro, because the Packers just said, well, we don't want you anymore. And he's like, I'll show y'all. Man, they did, man. So what you think, man, about the Vikings, man? 4-0. Sam Darnold looking like
playing mistake-free football, man. He only had one interception, man. Donald. You got me saying Donald, man. Come on, man. Donald. Oh gosh.
Davis Donald.
They didn't have to do a whole lot, man. Jones ran for almost 100 yards. He got the job done. Darnold threw one interception, 3 touchdown passes, man. He's looked really good, man. And like you said, Green Bay abandoned the run altogether and just went straight air raid trying to throw their way back into this game. Obviously, you see the turnovers from Love, but the fact that he almost threw for 400 yards, first game back from injury, impressive. But, man, I'm more impressed with this Vikings team, man. Way to persevere. hold on to the win and get a dub, man. 4-0 for the first time since 2016. This team's in a pretty good space. The defense needs to fix a few things here and there, but man, Darnold and this offense are clicking. They're looking really good in the NFC North right now, man. This Darnold train. You showed the clip.
Darnold train.
We're gonna keep showing the clip until keep showing that clip until the train finally gets off. But
man, we're gonna show that clip all year long. I don't care what it is until they are eliminated from playoff contention. That's when I'll stop showing the clip. Okay, but until then, the clip lives on in infamy. It's on fire, dog. This is fucking cool, man. I fucking love the fact that Donald is doing this thing, man. I'm excited, man. I just want to see him keep winning, man. Cause he finally got some help. Man, and it feels good, man, when you finally got some people to throw to, man. Some running backs to run the ball, like, bro. This is pretty cool, man. Let's see this next game, man. All right, let's talk about these Eagles, man. Bruh. So in the chat, man, that we got the homie Chris, man, was like, yo, are you surprised that the Eagles are struggling because they have a cancer in the locker room, AJ Brown? And I was like, dang, but I thought that was over with. I thought like it was cool, you know? Like I'm like, bro, he got paid, like he's productive, you know, it's not like he's not getting the ball. I'm like, yo, but then I had to think about what Chris was talking about. I was like, yo, if he's a cancer, man, it's kind of hard to get rid of a dude that just had like 1,000 yards last year.
I mean, Tennessee did it though.
They paid him too.
Yeah, but that complicates it though. The fact that you gave him an extension.
Yeah. I was like, dang, man, but something ain't right. Something ain't right with the Eagles, man. They got too much talent. Too much, man. This looked like when the Eagles, like, before they won the Super Bowl, when they had like Vince Young and Nnamdi Asomugha signed that big ass deal from the Raiders.
Yeah, they had
all these players
and all those guys.
And they was like, oh man, we a dream team, and they ain't even do nothing. They ain't do nothing. This looked like the same type of ish, man. Oof. Like, bro, like this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. The team is really good, man. They got star power everywhere.
Yeah, you know? But it's a lot of the same struggles from last year, Cam. They were struggling to make sure they were putting points on the board, and their defenses were letting things get out of hand. It's the same song and dance. Look at Baker Mayfield, man. Threw almost 50 times, 350 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans gets off with 94 yards and a touchdown. Look at Jalen Hurts, 158 yards, only a touchdown. They couldn't even barely get 100 yards on the ground, man. This offense was stagnant. They couldn't get points, and they kept putting the defense in situations where they were tired and they have given up 30 points. Like, there's no way this Eagles team. The Bucs are a good team, and the fact that the Bucs won the rematch is even funnier because we both picked. No, I think I picked Tampa. I don't know if you did last year, but
no, I didn't pick Tampa last year. I picked I picked the damn Eagles, man, because I felt like they was gonna fix it, man, because you barely got into the playoffs, right? So I'm like, all right, look, we got to do something. You know what I'm saying? We can't just get bounced in the first round because what are we doing here? You know, like they was really good, man. So it's surprising. This is surprising. Yeah. This is surprising to me, man. But you know what? Not surprising.
That's concerning. The fact that you beat New Orleans the way you did. The fact that you beat the Saints the way you did and you turned around and did this, that's concerning.
Yeah, it is, man. It's concerning, man. And it's sad, man, because it's a really cool team, man. But Baker Mayfield, man, he earned his keep, man. It's like another NFL reclamation project, man. guy had it all, man, and then they try to act like he can't play. This is really cool, man. Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Andy Dalton,
And they were all on
Geno
the
Smith
same damn
a
team.
couple years ago, like
They all
same
played
deal,
for the Panthers.
except for Geno Smith, of course.
Yeah, he should have.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. Oh
But I
man,
think what's crazy is with the Eagles, you got a lot of money tied into this offense.
man.
Y'all can't score no points. You paid Jalen, you paid Saquon, and you paid AJ. Y'all gotta freaking get this done, bro. This is bad. Y'all have to score points. Y'all defense can only do so much. 16 points is unacceptable. Hurts not even throwing for 200 yards is bad. Them barely having 100 yards on the ground is bad. This is not good.
Yeah, that's just horrible, man. Like, bro, you gotta do something.
You
Something,
do.
man. Something. Like, Jesus, man. Like, but I don't know, man. Shout out to the Bucks, man. They doing their thing. Mike Evans, man, continuing his Hall of Fame trajectory, bro. He getting in there. All right, man. I want to talk about your guy, man. I want to talk about your guy. The guy that won the Heisman last year, man. Probably gonna win Rookie of the Year this year, man. Let's talk about your quarterback, man, or your former quarterback anyway. Let's talk about Jay Daniels and the shit he on right now. Cause whatever it is, I want some. I want
82%
some.
completion percentage to the first 4 games.
I
On the
want
top of
some.
the NFC East. And he just like mistake-free football, man. Not turning the ball over at all. He is just playing lights out, man. Like, yeah, he had an interception in this game, but man, they put a whooping. They ran for over 200 yards on them. Like, they just can't freaking stop. This
I
team is
want
playing
some.
really well.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is, I want it. I want it, bro. The dude is on fire right now,
Told you,
dog. Like, nah, man. You said this, right? You said this, but you didn't say it like with your whole chest. You said it with like half your chest. Like, yo, he gonna be good, right? That's how you said it. You didn't be like, yo, bro, he gonna be fire. You didn't say it like that. You didn't say it like that. So I was like, yeah, all right, man. You know, I hear you. But yo, he loud now. He extra loud. Bro, the Monday night performance was absolutely crazy. And then you double it up again with this, bro. This is wild, dude. I don't think they could have picked a better start, man. I think the Commanders are number 1 in the NFC
They
East
win
right
the
now.
division right now.
That's crazy work, man. That's how you know you hit on a quarterback, bro. It's early, yes, but you know you in the right direction right now.
Exactly.
The
They
team
play
is
with a lot of
believing.
confidence, man.
Man, the team is believing. Brian Robinson, who got shot a few years ago, is now running for 100 yards in this game, man. That's crazy work, man. Crazy. Another Bama guy, by the way. Let's say throw that out there. Throw it out there. You know, just another Bama guy. You know, they got a lot of them on this team, man. They got a lot of OGs on there, man. But yeah, Commanders get the victory, man. Kyler Murray didn't really play bad, just didn't do enough. You know, just didn't do enough, man. But shout out to the cancer survivor, James Conner, dog. Still out here doing his thug thizzle, man. 100 yards and a touchdown, dog. Shout out to him, man. Because he balling, man. I mean, they got rid of him from the Steelers for Najee Harris, bro. I don't know if you seen my short, man, but I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with dude. I don't know what's going on with Najee Harris, man. I don't. He was not this bad, dog. He at the time I looked at the stats, he had like 12 carries for 15 yards, bro. I was like, yo,
Trent Richardson.
Nah, he ain't that bad. He ain't that bad, man. I think we all got like no slight at Trent Richardson for real, but I think we all got that wrong.
Man, you was wrong for being that good in college with them crazy cutbacks and stuff for you to just flop, bro. That made me feel some kind of way. I'm like, bro.
And
like,
And what's even crazier is that he was good with Cleveland that first year. Yeah,
Yeah, and I
almost
don't
a
know what
1,000
happened.
yards. 1,000 yards. And then he get to and I'm thinking, all right, you get to the Colts, man, with Andrew Luck. I'm like, yo, they finally got a running back, dog, because they could pass the ball with the Colts back then. So I was like, yo, it's a perfect situation, bro. You got a good quarterback. And then he fumbled in that playoff game, and then poof,
That was over with.
you gone. That's one thing. That's one thing the NFL don't play, dog. You lose a playoff game, phew, it's hard
That's
to
over with.
forgive you after that. You know. But let's get into this next one, man. Let's talk about this game, bro. What about this game, man?
Man.
NFC South is hot right now.
It's a good division, man.
It's
But I think
hot right now.
the craziest thing is that Carr and Cousins pretty much had identically the same games. Little over 200 yards, couldn't throw a touchdown, turned the ball over. Running wise, I don't know. It just wasn't a crazy game. I didn't think it was going to be this close. Atlanta, like we both picked them to win the division. But I felt like New Orleans coming off that loss from last week to the Eagles that they were going to come out and get the dub here. I didn't think by a lot, but I figured they were going to get the win, man. It sucks. I mean, the good thing from their perspective is they're not losing by much. So you need to minimize on what mistakes and things you aren't doing right, because at least you're not giving up a whole lot of points and making a lot of mistakes. You need to just close out your margins and try to do the right things right and minimize on those things you're doing wrong. But, I mean, it was a good win for the Falcons. It's a divisional win, so definitely help them going forward. But the Saints definitely need to be getting a win after this. That's 2 in a row. They need to be looking for next week to get that dub.
Yeah, man. Considering how fast you guys started, man, I was kind of like, yo, y'all finna do some crazy stuff, man. But NFL works fast, man. Like, yo, we gotta figure out how to stop these guys before we play them, So, but shout out to the kicker, the Falcons kicker, man. Won this on the expiring clock.
Young Way Cool?
Yeah, yep. Shout out to him, man. I liked him like when he a couple years ago he burst onto the scene, man, like one of his first years or something. All pro kicker, like, yo, I'm here. I can kick. He was blasting that thing, man, 50 plus. So shout out to the Falcons kicker, man. They won that game. But yeah, it's a good game. I like this. I like this division, man. It's tough. It's competitive.
Well, besides the one team, but yeah.
Well, shit, it was competitive too today.
They got the Red Rocket, bro.
Man, hold up. I gotta look up that score, man, because they was driving late in that game, man. I gotta see that one, man. Hold up, Bengals football, man. Let me see. Yeah, man, hold up, man. That was a tough game. 34 to 24.
Yeah.
Hey, the Panthers look like they competing, man. They competing.
Andy Dalton, man. Let's see what his stat line. He didn't play terrible, man. 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hubbard had over 100 yards on the ground, man. I think they're just hurting with talent at the receiver position. They don't have any young, really good talent, like a true number one. I mean, you got Deontay Johnson and it didn't even look like he played, but Xavier Legette, I mean, he had 6 catches, 66 yards on a touchdown as well. I mean, at least they fought for it. They didn't get blown out, but that was a must-win for the Bengals. Like, you could not take an L to Carolina. That would tailspin the rest of your season for sure.
I agree, man.
So Slim Shady, Joe Shiesty finally gets a win.
He does, man. I'm not like I don't know, man. Like, and then he's got like an ankle thing now too, because dude stepped on his ankle, man. So
he just had some really crappy luck, to be honest, man.
He's
still that guy, but I don't like guys questioning whether he's that guy or not. You obviously know he's that guy, but you can't control some of these things that are happening. You know what I mean? Like, just sometimes you got really bad luck.
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't know. I think he's still good. I think just the Super Bowl has kind of wore off a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think that's why people is kind of like, oh, well, you ain't really done nothing since, just, NFL's of what have you done for me lately kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
And you once you like go a couple years and don't do nothing, and it's like, all right, well, we move to the next shiny toy, you know.
Mhm.
So, but that was offensive stat leaders, man. I think this is a weekly one, so just some cool performances, man, this week. I said 49ers running back Mason, like he filling in for McCaffrey pretty good. So they not missing a beat. He should be good for them, and if once they get their playoff situation under control. But obviously Jordan Love at the top of the list, man. Dude is a beast. CJ Stroud looked really good, man.
Nico
Really
Collins
good.
went off, bro. 151 yards, man.
I
They
see.
finally
I
got some
see.
things going. That was
I
that
see.
was a good confidence builder beating the Jags. Nice divisional win. Stroud threw the ball really good, and Collins ate. So I think that was a really good win for them moving forward.
Yeah, man. I see your boy Neighbors, man. He just killing in this damn NFL so far, man.
Yeah,
He's
he
good.
is. He just he needs to cut back on those. He needs to be able to catch the ball in those clutch moments. Though that's one thing he just needs to just solidify. But he is eating. Like I don't know if you've seen that short I had made, but his yards compared to some of these other guys early in their career, he's right up there with them with some of the other LSU greats.
Yeah, man. Like I said, LSU getting them receivers, man. Like it seemed like all of the LSU guys go to like pretty good spots with quarterbacks,
Because people know what they're doing, they drafted them.
I mean, but not even that. Like, look at all the last few ones that was really good, Like Jarvis Landry, he had a pretty good quarterback coming in. Odell had
had
a
Eli.
pretty good quarterback coming in.
Jefferson didn't have a quarterback.
You talking Cousins? Cousins was okay. I mean, that's a better.
Chase came into the perfect situation though. Chase getting to play with his college quarterback, that kind of worked out.
Yeah, so it's like they all kind of got one. And Daniel Jones is like people give him shit, but he hasn't really been playing terrible. Like
but not living up to that money though, man.
No, not living up to the cash he got. No, not at all. But in terms of being a pretty good quarterback, he hasn't been terrible. He's been okay.
Yeah, okay. But you don't get to stick around in this league getting to be the guy for being pretty good or okay. Like if the Giants continue to struggle and they don't win games, you guarantee they're going to be taking a quarterback in this draft class because they have some good ones.
Well, I mean, that's not really true, man, because Alex Smith made a career out of being okay.
Yeah, but the league is different now. The league isn't the same.
I know that. I'm just saying, like there are guys that can carve out a nice career being okay.
Smith played really well once he got to leave and go to Kansas City. He lit it up. Like he got to really unlock his potential, not his potential, but he got to really play really well in an Andy Reid ran offense.
Yeah, that's true, man. But I think Daniel Jones is okay, man. I think he's all right. I just wouldn't have paid him that much.
No.
But I mean, I think he's all right, man. I just think, man, you coming off a torn ACL, man. There's some stuff, some speeding up you have to do, man. And I think he's all right, man. I think having Neighbors is really a cool thing to see. Just feed him and get him comfortable, man, because he's gonna be the guy for a while, man. So, and I don't see, I think he'll be in New York for a while, man, because name a better place for you to be in terms of being a professional athlete, getting all those endorsement deals and media stuff you can do. I see him being there for a while, man. I think he might stay there. Even if they're bad, because financially that's pretty good, bro. You're in a good spot.
I don't see.
And I think they'll be more receptive of him than Odell. because even though Odell was like the shit, he's a loose cannon sometimes. Like
A little bit.
marrying the kicking net was kind of it for me. But he's still a baller though. He still came in. He came in hot too. All right, man. Let's get into some predictions, man. It's a pretty cool show, man. We ain't going too long. Not this time. Doing pretty good. Give us some predictions, man. Does the Darnold train continue over across the pond? I think so. I think so, man. Vikings, baby. 5-0. Coming back from the pond. Coming back. London, baby. Let's go.
Man, the Jets, they lost that last game to Denver, man. That was ugly. Denver,
yeah,
that was ugly. And although I'd like to think that Rodgers and the Jets shake back, I think that loss to Denver is a big deal. And Minnesota's playing good, little to no mistake football. And you got the Darnold train going, man, with Justin Jefferson, and you have a defense that's playing really well. Man, give it the Vikings, man. I think it'll be a good game. Darnold versus Rodgers, prime time. Nah, I've got Minnesota, man. I think the Jets might have some more concerns that nobody's talking about. Give me Minnesota.
All right, no. All right, so you on that Darnold train, man?
Yeah, I got Aaron Darnold.
You on that Darnold train? That Adam Darnold.
Yeah, you got Aaron Darnold and Sam Rodgers.
For real, man. Dude, nice, man. Dude, cold, man. I like dude, man. All right, let's get to this next one, man. All right, man. So my MVP pick for the season is like looking so stupid right now, man. Like Watson is okay. He's been okay. That's about it, man. But bruh, the Commanders right now is on fire, and I really think I think they finna carve Cleveland up, man. This is about to be ugly work, man. The only thing that saves Cleveland in this game is their defense, man. That's it. That's the only thing that's gonna save them in this game, man. But you know me, I ain't picking no Cleveland Browns for nothing, man. They on my Bills list, right? I don't pick them at all. So we going with the Commanders this week, man. What you thinking?
I think Cleveland's defense definitely gives them an edge. I think it could bring the Commanders back to reality a little bit. This is probably one of the better, if not the best defense they've played all year up to this point. But Cleveland's offense has struggled, especially the fact that they still don't have Chubb back, which does suck for them. That is a really big difference maker for them. I think Washington wins. I don't think very convincingly. I just think Washington's playing on a high right now. I think the experience of Cleveland's defense gives them an edge, but I just think Washington squeaks it out by a possession. I've got the Commanders.
All right, bet. Hell yeah. All right, so let's see what we got here, man. Let's see this next squad, bro. See this next team. All right, man. Your boys go into Kansas City, man, for a Monday night tilt. Who you got, man?
I
know I got the reps. That's what I got.
Man, I'm gonna go out on a limb, man. Kansas City barely squeaked it out against the Chargers. And I think the Saints have a better team than the Chargers, in my opinion. The Saints really need a win here. Some of the Chiefs' wins haven't been the most convincing. I was going to make it a point this year to really not pick against the Chiefs because of what happened to us all last year. Every time we picked against them, we ate crow all year. And you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm prepared to eat crow again. I got New Orleans, man. I think New Orleans needs a win. I think New Orleans is better than the last team that Kansas City beat. I'm going to go out on a limb. I say close win, not very convincing. I've got the Saints, man. I think their offense will go blow for blow with the Chiefs in this game.
Yeah, man. I want to pick the Saints, but I'm gonna pick the Chiefs, man.
You gonna pick the refs?
I'm gonna pick the refs. Pick the refs. The refs win this game again. The Chiefs get all the calls, man, and the refs win.
He said the refs win.
Refs win, man. That's who I'm picking. The refs, man. So yeah, yeah. The refs beat your Saints. There we go. There we go, man.
I think
All
it'll be
right.
a really good. I think that'll be a really good game, though. Nonetheless. Ooh.
All right. So I don't know what my Ravens doing right now. The game was delayed. Like, all right, yeah. So, well, shit. I can't even say we gonna win this game because we blew that damn lead to the Raiders. Well, it's 28-10 on Sunday Night Football. Ravens beating the Bills, man. Looking like a 2-2 record for the Ravens coming into this game. But we'll see how we finish this game. We haven't been finishing games lately. So, but this should be fun. Obviously, the Bengals coming off of a really cool victory. They need one. They needed that. And then the Ravens look like they're about to come off a victory as well. So, should be cool. Road environment, man. Early kickoff, man. So, I got my Ravens, man. I think we continue the momentum. I thought personally we would be undefeated at this time, and our first loss would be to Cleveland, but obviously I was wrong, like very wrong. But nonetheless, man, I think we continue to build on, which I would hope to be a Super Bowl run. We definitely got some help, man. Derrick Henry's good, and he's showing that he was worth the price of admission. So I got my Ravens winning this one.
I think this is one of those games that it doesn't matter the record of the team. I think it's always going to be a good game. The Bengals always play the Ravens well. It usually goes blow for blow. It just depends which team wants it more. I would really like to pick Cincy in this game. My concern is we need to know the extent of what's going on with Burrow, especially after him kind of hobbling in between plays, kind of a gruesome looking hit he took. If he is not 100%, I've definitely got Baltimore. If he is 100%, I've probably still got the Ravens, but less convincingly. It's really going to come down to if he's going to be able to play up to snub. If he's not playing 100% and he's struggling to make throws or step up in the pocket, it's going to really be to the advantage of the Baltimore Ravens. I've got Baltimore. I think that they are starting to put things together. I think the Bengals will still have a really good game plan. They could pull out the win, but like I said, it all comes down to Burrow. But I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think they're a little bit more of a sure thing.
All right, nah, man, that's fair. That's fair, man. I like that, man. Ravens win, dog. That's a good feeling, man. All right, man. Yeah, that's it, dog. That is the show, man. That is the show. So far so good, man. Good show today, man. I think we hit on a lot of stuff. We hit on some college. We hit on some pro, man. We got some stats in there too. But hey, man, what you got to say, man, before we get up out of here, man?
Yeah.
Let
So
the people
for
know.
everybody watching live, thank you guys very much. Anybody who's been in since the beginning, thank you guys as well. If you do like this kind of content, please make sure to like the video. It really helps with the algorithm getting our content out there to more people who like this kind of content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. We touched on it earlier. It's a big merger we had with a couple of other really good podcasts that left at the same time as we did. Obviously, Football Frame of
Yeah.
Mind. We have Kyle Sports Villains and No Mercy Sports. We're kind of in the mix of trying to see about getting another podcast or two at some point. But the Villain Sports Media Network is a thing. We just got a YouTube page could have put today. We're on
Big
Facebook. We're going to be on X. This is going to be obviously our channel. This is going to be streaming on, but we're going to have a main YouTube channel. You guys can check out all of our content as well as, like I said, No Mercy Sports, Kyle Sports Villains. It's going to be a central point for everybody's things, man. We're doing our own thing. It feels really good to be doing our own thing again and not feeling like we're under the thumb of the man. You know, we can kind of do our own thing. I feel like our growth over the last 6 months or so have been really hindered. And I feel like we couldn't really give you guys what we wanted to give you guys. So we're out of there. And really just check us out, man. YouTube, like I said before, deep library of videos, shorts uploaded every single day. If you're more of an audio person, we are getting back to having everything back on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, all of that good stuff. Also, if you guys really like watching game streaming, Check us out on Twitch as well. Multiple uploads, live streams per week. Definitely check him out, whether it's Old School Madden 06, College Football 25, whatever you want, we got it. We will show it. So definitely check us out there. But like I said, like, follow, comment, subscribe. Check us out on all platforms. And, man, thank you guys so much. And it's a new era. Screw them other guys. We ready, and we here to stay. We ready to make some noise. And check us out, man. Villain Sports Media Network.
Yeah, man. We definitely are out of there, man. Really cool. Like I said, man, we are live every Sunday. Like I said, 8:15, man. Lock in, man, because this is the show to watch, man. We really get up out of here, and we don't keep you watching, all night, because we know some people gotta go to work Monday. We gotta go back to work. We ain't gonna keep you up, man. But check us out, man. But I'm Cam. That's Brandon, man. This is a football frame of mind on the Villain Sports Media Network. Signing off, man.
Peace.
Peace.